You think you know what your cat wants? The food bowl, the warm spot on the couch, the occasional scratch behind the ears. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most cat owners are fluent in a language their pet never actually speaks. We're so busy projecting human needs onto them that we miss what they're actually asking for. And the worst part, when we get it wrong, they don't correct us. They simply withdraw. Quietly. Invisibly. Until one day you realize your cat lives in your home, but not in your world. Today, we're decoding 7 things cats genuinely love behaviors that only 2% of owners actually perform. Not because the other 98% are indifferent, but because they've been reading the signals wrong their entire lives. Let's change that. Picture this. You're sitting on your bed. Your cat is across the room, staring at you. You stare back. They slowly blink, like they're falling asleep with their eyes open. Most owners think, oh, they're relaxed, or maybe tired. But here's what's actually happening. That slow blink. In cat language, it's the equivalent of blowing a kiss. Researchers at the University of Sussex published a study in scientific reports showing that cats are significantly more likely to slow blink at humans. After humans slow blink at them first, it's reciprocal. It's intentional. It's affection. Dr. Kara McComb, who led the research, put it simply, the slow blink is a positive form of communication between cats and humans. But here's what owners miss. When you stare back without blinking, holding that intense eye contact, or actually signaling a threat. In the wild, unbroken eye contact is a challenge, a prelude to conflict. If your cat looks away after you stare, licks their lips, or twitches their tail, you've just made them uncomfortable without realizing it. So here's what to do instead. Next time, don't stare. Slow blink first. Hold it closed for a second. Watch what happens. Most cats will return it. And in that exchange, you've just spoken their first language. Your cat walks up and bumps their head against your leg. You reach down to pet them. They seem to enjoy it for 3 seconds. 10 walk. Hawaii. Frustrating, right? Like they changed their mind. But they didn't change their mind. You changed the conversation. Bunting isn't that head bump, called bunting. Asking for petting. It's asking people to exchange scents. Cats have scent glands in their cheeks, chins, and foreheads. When they bump you, they're marking you as safe, as theirs. They're saying, you belong in my group. Veterinary behaviorist Dr. Wilani Soon explains that bunting is a social bonding behavior cats use with preferred individuals. It's an invitation to reciprocate, to let them rub on you, not for you to rub on them. If your cat bunts, then seems to lose interest when you pet them, or if they only tolerate 3 strokes before leaving, you've misread the request. They didn't want massage. They wanted mutual recognition. When they bump, offer your hand at their level. Let them rub their scent onto you. Don't grab, don't stroke. Just be bailable. After they have marked you, offer a chin scratch if they linger, but let them lead. This is the difference between a cat who visits you and a cat who claims you. Your cat brings you a toy or, worse, something they caught. They drop it at your feet and meow. You say thank you and throw it away, or you praise them and put it in the trash, and your cat looks confused, disappointed, even because he just rejected their lesson plan. Mother hears what veterinary ethologists have observed. Mother cats teach kittens to hunt by bringing them injured prey. The kittens practice, saying the mother supervises. It's not a gift, it's pedagogy, education. And when your adult cat brings you a toy or that unfortunate mouse, they're not saying, here's a present. They're saying, you are a terrible hunter, and I'm worried about you. Let me teach you. A 2011 study in the journal Behavioral Processes noted that female cats are more likely to bring prey to owners, supporting the theory that this behavior stems from maternal teaching instincts transferred to human family members. If your cat meows insistently after bringing the item, or if they seem to wait for you to play with it, they're checking if you've learned. When you dispose of it immediately, they're checking if you've learned. you're failing the class. Play with the toy. Move it. Let them see you hunt it. Even if it's gross, interact with it first. Then, when they're satisfied, remove it. You're not accepting a gift. You're accepting a role. Student, and that validation means everything to them. If this is already changing how you understand your cat, if you're realizing how many conversations you've been having in the wrong language, consider subscribing. We analyze the animal behavior that most owners miss, not because they don't love their pets, but because no one taught them the translation. There's more. And the next one, it involves the real reason cats bite. And it's not what you think. Your cat is purring and leaning into your hand. This is bliss, right? Then bite. Not hard, but definite. Sharp. You pull back, confused, hurt, even. What just happened? Most owners conclude, my cat is unpredictable or moody, or maybe they just don't like being touched that much. But here's the hidden explanation, and it comes down to something called petting-induced aggression. Research from the University of Lincoln and veterinary behavior clinics has identified that some cats have a neurological threshold for tactile stimulation. The pleasure of being petted builds and builds and then crosses into sensory overload. It's not that they stopped enjoying it. But rather that their nervous system overindulged, triggering a switch. Think of it like tickling. Fun until suddenly it's not. The tail twitches. The ear rotation, the skin rippled along their back. These happen seconds before the bite. The purring sound, which we interpret as pure happiness, is what most owners miss. But purring isn't always happiness. Cats purr when stressed, when in pain, when self-soothing. The purring was masking the building tension. Learn the precepts. When the tail twitches, stop. Not forever. Just for a moment. Let them reset. Then offer your hand again. Lower, slower. Let them reinitiate. You're teaching them that you listen before they have to shout. The cats, who bite for no reason, they gave reasons. We just weren't watching. You bought the expensive bed, the heated pad, the plush cave. And your cat sleeps on top of the refrigerator, or the bookshelf, or that one narrow windowsill that looks uncomfortable as hell. Most owners sigh. Cats are weird, but your cat isn't being difficult. They're being strategic. In multi-cat households and in the wild, vertical space isn't a luxury, it's survival. Height provides safety, surveillance, and stress relief. Dr. Tony Buffington, a veterinary professor at Ohio State University, has ostensibly documented how access to vertical space reduces conflict and anxiety in indoor cats. When your cat chooses the fridge over the bed, they're not rejecting your gift. They're selecting security, the ability to see threats approaching, the option to escape without confrontation. If your cat only sleeps in high places, or if they seem restless on the floor, they may be experiencing stress you don't see. Other pets, outside noises, the vacuum cleaner's previous crimes. Height is their coping mechanism. Purchase and create pathways up. Cat trees are obvious, but think broader. Cleared shelves, window perches, and even a cleared path to the top of a wardrobe. The 2% of owners who do this aren't just giving their cats nice things. They're giving them agency, the ability to choose their own safety. And when a cat feels safe, they stop hiding. They start participating. Your cat sits at the window, watching birds, tail twitching, making that strange, chattering sound. You think, how cute. They're excited. Then they run through the house at 3 a.m., attacking your ankles, your furniture, and your sanity. You call it the zoomies. You blame the moon. You buy calming treats. But here's the connection most owners miss. That window watching. It's not entertainment. It's frustrating hunting. The chattering is a displacement behavior excitement mixed with the inability to act. And when they explode through your home at night, they're not crazy. They're completing a biological sequence that you interrupted. Ethologists usually do not describe the feline predatory sequence. Stare, stalk, pounce, kill, eat. Indoor cats usually do not complete this cycle. The bird behind the glass can't be caught. The toy gets put away after 10 minutes. The sequence is broken, and the energy has nowhere to go. Excessive window watching, followed by random aggression, attacking other pets or humans out of nowhere, destroying objects. These aren't behavior problems. They're incomplete biology. Structured play that mimics hunting fixes this. Want toys that let them stalk, chase, and finally kill. Play until they catch it. Let them hold it. Maybe offer a treat-the-eat face. Do this before bedtime, and you complete the cycle. The 3 a.m. zoomies often disappear. You're not entertaining them. You're fulfilling a need as basic as eating or sleeping. We've talked about the bite. That means overload. The bite. That means stop. But there's one bite that means the exact opposite. And if you've experienced it, you've probably misunderstood it completely. Your cat is relaxed, purring, maybe even grooming you, licking your hand with that sandpaper tongue, then nip. Gentle, controlled, not breaking skin, just holding your finger in their teeth. Most owners recoil. They say, no. They worry about aggression, but watch what happens next. Does your cat look angry? Are their ears back? Is there hissing? Or do they look soft, blinking? Maybe they lick you again, right after. This condition is the love bite, and it's one of the most misinterpreted behaviors in all of cat ownership. Grooming among cats. Grooming often includes gentle biting. It's social bonding. Mutual care. When your cat licks, then nips, then licks again. They're treating you like family, like a cat they trust enough to groom. Dr. John Bradshaw, author of Cat Sense, and a researcher at the University of Bristol, notes that these gentle bites are often accompanied by other affiliative behaviors: purring, kneading, relaxed body language. The context is everything. A true love bite is controlled pressure. No claws, no growling. Often followed by more affection. If you pull away suddenly, you break the bond moment. If you punish it, you confuse them. They were speaking love, and you heard attack. Stay still. Let them release on their own. Recognize it for what it is. Inclusion. You're being initiated into their social group, not as a human, but as a cat. It's one of the highest honors they offer. And yes, it stings a little. Love sometimes does. We started with a question. Why do our cats seem to live beside us, but not always with us? And maybe the answer is simpler than we thought. They were never the ones failing to communicate. We were failing to listen. Every slow blink, every head bump, every frustrated 3 a.m. sprint, these aren't quirks to tolerate. They're messages. Attempts at conversation. And when we finally learn the language, something shifts. The cat who hid under the bed starts greeting you at the door. The aloof companion starts choosing your lap, not just tolerating it. In that quiet moment when they slow blink across the room, when they press their scent into your offered hand, when they gentle nip and then lick your fingers there, not warning you. They're choosing you. Not because you feed them, not because you shelter them, but because you finally understood what they were trying to say all along. And that understanding, that's the thing they love most. That's the thing only 2% of owners ever truly give.